My name is Fredrik.
My name is Timmy.
So we are the entire programming team currently. At the moment. And we're going to tell you about AI.
Right, can you guys tell us how the design process was behind the AI?
Yeah, so what the AI is supposed to do is we have a stealthy game, like you can do stealth approaches, so the AI needs to be able to spot you, lose track of you, so it doesn't follow you forever. But you also have to like find ways to make the AI search for you in like different places. It also has to have combat, both ranged and melee combat and spell combat. It's a fantasy world, so they have to be able to do whatever. So how the AI decides what he's going to do next is based on states. If he has never seen the player, he's just walking around, he doesn't know where the player is. He's just idle or walking around, just minding his own business. But if something disrupts that flow, then he has to make some decisions on what to do next. Like if he sees the player, he should follow the player and try to attack him. If he notices a body, he should definitely see like there's something weird going on. I should go search for the person who did this. And this is all run by this behavior tree here. And depending on what actually happened, he will run like different behavior. So for example, this is the behavior tree that he does when he is in combat. So when he is not within range of the player, he will attempt to like run up to him, and once he gets there, he can try to melee attack, he can try to like avoid the player's attack or block it, he can strafe around him, try to flank him, or he could just taunt him.
Like the behavior trees are really nice for these kind of scripted logic, where it's just always like, if he is not in combat, he should always do this. But then you throw like these extra things in, like, oh, there's a body, and he has to decide to do something different, not the static logic he was using before. And even if you're interested in trying this out for yourself, if you are some kind of a programmer, it's a built-in thing into the Unreal Engine, so you can test it out for yourself. Check this out. Okay. Here we have a level, I guess a white box level, where we try to
see the mechanics of the game that we're trying to make.
So this level is basically a test for us to both try to make a level and also for us to test our AI, because the game will basically have a stealth segment to it. So in that stealth segment there will be enemies like these who is patrolling, and here you can see like the vision cone of the AI, what it sees, but I got detected. Let's try that again. So basically, but these enemies have like a vision cone. Alongside that, they also have these lines that are ray traces. And with those ray traces, they basically try to understand if they can see the player, because like the vision cone you can see here, it basically gives them vision. The cone essentially doesn't see any objects. It doesn't see boxes, walls, trees, or anything, so it just sees through everything.
Yeah, it's
so
only searching for the player.
Yeah. So when the player is in sight, he basically knows like, okay, the player is in my sight, but the player could be behind a wall, behind a box, or whatnot. So these ray traces or these lines can we basically use them to check if the player is actually in visibility. So first we check, is the player in the cone? Okay, if it is in the cone, then we try to see if we can actually see it. So with that, we basically create a stealth system where the AI sometimes sees you and doesn't see you, and with that, we can make some interesting stealth segments. We can kill these enemies and pick them off one by one while the other ones don't see.
So how far along would you say the AI and stealth systems are currently?
It's basically complete. No, it's still in a very early stage, and it needs a lot of iterations. It needs a lot of refinement. A lot of it has to do with animations, and then as we playtest the game, figure out what is fun, what's not fun. There's just constant improvements to the stealth system.
So there's a lot of things that need to happen, but I think we have the basics down, most of it.
So this has been like a short dive into the AI. I hope it made some sense. It makes a lot of sense to us, but we don't really talk to normal people.
I want you to also check out our Instagram, our Facebook, and Twitter, and keep in touch. check out what we're doing. We're always doing something cool and posting it on Instagram.
We want
Also, smash that like button.
We want to hear from you.